Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy VD here, back on the Madden 16 with another beautiful money play for you guys. And today, actually, this isn't even really a money play, but this is just me breaking down the Iform. I don't know why I call it a money play when I'm really just doing formations. So right now we are out of the Iform Pro, and I want to bring you guys some running plays now. So I'm gonna do probably 2 running plays this time, and then I'll break down some more later on. But the first one I want to do is the Iform Pro, of course, in the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook. Oh yeah, I got a full playlist of it. You guys should check out the playlist that we guys can get the other plays, because you don't just want to know how to run the ball out of the formation. You probably want to know how to throw it as well, because or else as soon as you come out of the formation, they're gonna know that you're running it, and you're gonna get fucked, son. So check out the other playlist for Iform Pro, Single Back, Tight Slats, and Gun Bunch Week. We're working on all those formations already, and now we're already on our 3rd formation, and we are just cranking this shit out. And also, I got some good news for you guys. Not only did I get a new mic, but I also ordered a new capture card, so I'm going to be recording in 60 frames, probably starting Friday. I think today's Tuesday. So starting probably Friday, or maybe even Thursday, I'll be recording in 60 frames. So let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to come out in the halfback counter week, and we're going to do any play. It doesn't really matter. So this play is kind of a bust in certain situations, right? But basically, you want to be able to read the field. So we definitely. Actually, this is kind of weird because it's kind of split, but I think I'd actually like to flip it the other way. And to flip it, you just want to hit left or right on the stick, and you really want to flip it to the other side of where the stack is, or wherever the strong safety is going to play is really where you want to run away from. So right now we're actually looking at kind of like a weird, pretty evenly split. But because we have more people in the back, I'm just going to hope that we can pick up the lead block on the right. So we're going to go ahead and run it to the right side, and we're going to be able to pick up that block, but we're not going to get as many yards as we want because he's going to end up block shedding. So we're going to come out in the play again, and this time we do want to run it to the left, because you guys can see the right side is clearly the stack side, so we wanted to run it to the left. So if we were on the right, then we'd want to hit left on the right stick in order to hit it to the left, and then we're going to go ahead and be able to pick up that lead block and take it for a nice amount of yards. I want to try and maybe get a... Okay, so in this situation, this is kind of weird, but I would probably run this to the right, and I'll show you guys why here. So this time we're actually going to have to head it up the middle, so you definitely want to read to tell whether you should be hitting through up the A gap, through the B gap, or around the edge. Right here, we can clearly see the right side is stacked, so we want to run to the left. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball. We're going to pick up the lead block at the edge, but of course he's going to freaking block shed. Sometimes, with counters aren't nearly as good as they were last year because they were just really, really overpowered last year. But this year they definitely have some possibilities, especially because we're gonna break down a pitch. So if we're gonna get people to run commit to the right, because usually you're gonna pitch it whichever way the strong side is, and we clearly have a tight end on the right side, so people are gonna assume a pitch is coming, and this formation is really good for confusing your opponents on running the ball, because there's just so many different ways to run the ball out of this formation. So this is gonna be really good formation to confuse your opponents. So we're gonna go ahead and run the play again here, and we're gonna get pushed right into right there. I probably should have spun. I'm trying to do... Okay, so right here is a good example. So right now we have the safeties creeping down, so running the ball is not going to be good, but I think I'm going to be able to spin in and get a nice amount of yards. Of course, no, that's not what we're going to do. Yeah, but right there, that's kind of a situation you really don't want to run the ball whenever the safeties creep forward, especially in a counter play. Right here, you probably only would want to run the ball up the middle, so you probably want audible to inside zone, but we're going to run it anyways because we don't care. We're actually going to be able to hit the edge too, and Brent Selleck is going to bump us, so we're not going to be able to run around him. But you definitely just want to flip the play depending on which way it looks like. But I want to see if I can get like that. See, right there is where I like to spin to get up to the middle. And I'll show you guys what I mean here. But sometimes it's just easier to spin to move your guy to the middle than it is to actually move there, or else you're going to lose some momentum and some speed. So right here, we see that it's going to be up the middle is the way we want to go. So you definitely don't want to hold right trigger here, else you're going to trip over your blockers. So we're just going to spin, and of course he's going to immediately block shed. But you see, if he's not going to block shed right away, like in Mutt, if you got a better offensive line, he's not going to be able to block. He's not going to block shed like that. We're going to be able to pick up a few more yards. Excuse me. So once again, we just want to run to the left because the right side is the stack side. We're going to shoot right through the gap. Oh, we're actually going to do a nice spin move, and we're going to end up house calling that shit. So that's going to be that run out of the formation. I'm going to go ahead and show you the other run. And, of course, it ended up in some stupid 3-man deep. So, once again, we're going to the Iform Pro, and once again, I'm running this out of the Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to do the halfback toss. just like that. You definitely want to have your quickest guy in there. And I think our quickest guy actually is Ryan Matthews with 90 speed. So we're just going to stick with Ryan Matthews. If you want to have your best blocker, I think Selleck is the best. Oh, it doesn't matter because we have Ryan Matthews down, or we have Selleck and Ertz down there anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So we're going to come out in the halfback toss. Going to pick a random play just like that. And you definitely want to toss it to whichever side is the weak side. But you got to keep in mind you do have the lead blocker on the left. We have him this time. So you definitely have another blocker if you're not really, no one picked up that block. Really? Man, this game can be some booty sometimes. But as you guys can see, we definitely had two lead blockers there. So this time, you guys can clearly see that the right side is pretty stacked. So we probably want to run it to the left, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and toss it. We're going to pick up the nice lead blocks and able to pick up a few yards. And you guys should already know tosses are pretty good this year. Well, this is either, you could run it either or on this side, but I'd run it to the left because we have an extra blocker over there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, oh my god, I'm so tired of my opponents or my friendlies getting in the way. But we're gonna end up breaking a tackle and taking it all the way. Toss plays are definitely nice. The quicker your team, obviously, the better you're going to be able to get blocks. Right there, if you want to run to the left, I'm actually going to pause it and show you. Why are they tripping me up like this, man? Goodness gracious, just pancake them. Get it over with. But you guys can see, clearly the right side is stacked there, so we definitely want to take it to the left. If we seen that on the left side, we would probably flick it to the right, flick the right stick to the right in order to run it to the right. Because what you'll see a lot of people do is, if you come out in a formation like this, they'll end up taking the linebacker all the way over there on the right. Or is it this? Yeah, the linebacker all the way over there on the right, and they're going to move him to the left, which means that if you flip it this way, then you're going to have two lead blockers and only one person to block. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. Actually, we're going to get a pancake right there, but I'll show you guys what I mean in just 1 minute. So basically, if you come out in a formation, kind of like that, how they are, what they're going to do, if they're having a hard time stopping the toss, they're going to take number 28 here, and they're going to put him over here. That way they can have more people over to stop the toss. But what happens when they do that is you're going to have your fullback, number 86 there, number 66, and number 65 to be your lead blockers, and there's only going to be one person there to lead block, or to actually block. So you got to definitely keep out for that, and that's what I'm talking about when I say you want to be able to trick your opponents, because there are a lot of run plays in this formation that are really deadly. So if you mix it up a lot, you'll be able to draw run commits like you guys will see me do in my video. So this time I'm actually going to flick it to the right, because I just like how it looks a little bit better on the right, how they're more over the middle. We're going to Ertz is going to hold us up a little bit, but we're still going to get a nice amount of yards. So basically, if you guys mix up the counter and the toss appropriately, you're probably going to do pretty good. So you got the counter and the toss, and we got two other running plays coming at you guys. Not today, but hopefully in the future, probably tomorrow. So if you guys like the video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter down in the description below. And as always, guys, don't forget to check out the other videos on my Blitz playlist. All on there, all that shit is working. And as always, guys, peace.